Well, good afternoon, everyone. It's Rob. Hope you're having an amazing day. Let's go ahead and make sure you all can hear me. If you would please go ahead, type the number 1 in the comment section, chat box, to let me know that you can. I would appreciate it. Thanks, Amy. Hey, Will. Good afternoon. Erica, Kevin, Will, Gary. Guys, I can't see them all. They're flying by. Robert, Evelyn. No, Robert's good morning. Yeah, I thought about how I want to address that, Helen. I like Brandon's good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever your perspective is on the market. Hey, Trip, how you doing, sir? Linda, good afternoon or morning. You know, again, just depends on where you're at. Excellent, excellent, excellent. All right, so as we jump in here today, keep in mind that everything that we look at is for educational purposes only. Nothing is meant to be advice or recommendation. So I'm just waiting for, there we go, the video to pop up. As we jump in here today, a couple things going on. One trade away challenge. Rob, wait, it says the 14th. Today is the 7th. That's supposed to be today. Yes, it just changed. We're actually going to end class a little bit early today. I'm going for an emergency tooth extraction of my wisdom tooth that on Friday, something got jammed up in there and kind of cracked the tooth a little bit. So it was either get it done today or I had to wait an additional week, which is not going to make it. It's been interesting eating over the weekend with a cracked wisdom tooth. They put some filler in it, but nah, it's there. You can't eat on that side. It's horrible. So, and because I'm doing it midday, I'm not going to get knocked out because I could have no drink or food, which I don't care about the food. But how do I go through and teach? This morning, now a 1 hour long meeting that I had today, a couple of phone calls, and not have anything to drink, it's impossible. So we're doing it cowboy style. We're just going to man up to it and deal with it, right? So we are going to end a little bit early today. So we moved out one trade away challenge to next week. We also moved Trading You to the 21st because next Monday was when I was supposed to be teaching Trading You. So yeah, a lot of fun, Paul. Exactly. Yeah. Oh, well, yuck, bone grafts. No. Yeah, thanks, Erica. It'll be fine. Yeah, sign language, right, Will? Yeah, take care of yourself. We appreciate you. Yeah, thank you for that, Erica. I do appreciate that. So you got Inner Circle coming up next week, 18th and 19th, which is Friday, Saturday. We got 4 hours each day. Patterns in a Flash coming up on the 18th, which is Tony for his students on in Patterns in a Flash. Mastermind, of course, on Tuesdays. Power Hour Trading Coaches Playbook, both on the regular schedule. Market mornings are on their regular schedule as well. Every day, 8:30 a.m. Eastern, every trading day, market day. Patterns of Success. Tony has a, excuse me, a free training class on patterns. Guys, you definitely want to register for that. Amy, when you get a chance, can you drop the link to Patterns of Success in there, please? And then the week after, just start preparing yourself, guys, is Portfolio Protection on Autopilot. Which is my good friend Dale Zamzo. It's hard getting them back, so you definitely want to come in and take advantage of it. I can tell you right now, one of Dale's big focuses is when you get these kind of market conditions and the market drops down, how do we protect your entire portfolio that regardless of what happens in the market, we've got you in a vehicle that you're not going to lose any money. And that's what he's all about. Portfolio protection on autopilot. Ain't got to do nothing for it. Power option plays, covered call, e-mini, all on their regular schedule for this week. All right. So here's our follow us page. Please follow along with all the various things that we do. And thank you for those of you that are. We greatly appreciate it very much. All of those of you that do. It's all kinds of fun watching some of these things grow. You know, seeing we've got videos with like 10,000 views on them, which for us is huge. I know for others it's nothing. For us, it's tremendous. The thought that 10,000 people would actually want to watch me teach on a video is insane. Tens of thousands of hours of view time and just on YouTube alone, right? So crazy. So Paul said, just to confirm, on the Pop Daily Action page, we are supposed to review those candidates and develop the trades. Well, it's not that you're developing your own trades, Paul. All we do in power option plays is buying calls and buying puts. That's it. We buy calls, buy puts, right? We have, if you go through Rob's Secret Sauce and all those training videos that are in the power option plays members area, you're going to see the various strategies. And there's only two. It's swing trades, day trades, right? And this Friday, did I not say that? This Friday, I skipped right over it. March 11th, 8 p.m., we're doing the bonus on day trade. So it's not a matter of developing your own. You're going to pick your own options. And all the option rules are in there, 65 to 85, closest to 65. But if we were to analyze every option, every video, we would spend 2 hours on the video just trying to get them all done. So it's impossible. So you find the trade that you're interested in, you go check the options chains for my rules, which are the standard rules I teach everywhere, nothing different in pop. And you take the trade based on that. The stops and the targets are all based on the rules that are taught inside of those types of trainings. All right. So you should be okay with that from there, Paul. Let me know if that makes sense. Thanks, PK. I appreciate it. Yes, you have to, Paul, you have to pick the correct strike price. And that's just it. I may tell you right now, maybe the only strike that works right now has an 80 delta, right? Maybe that's the only one, and that's on a Sunday. But Monday, the market opens up, the stock moves in that direction, up or down, doesn't matter. And the option you were going to pick now has a 92 delta. Well, we can't take that one any longer. So you've got to go find a different option that fits. Giving you the option is not what we're trying to do here. The option is 65 to 85 delta, pretty straightforward, 100 open interest. If it's a day trade, shortest term as possible, meaning today, if we can. If it's a swing trade, within the next 30 to 60 days is what you're looking for, ideally. Rate of return on credit spreads is cash in over cash out. Cash in my pocket. So if it's a $1 spread, and as an example, I took 50 cents. No, let's say I took 25 cents in. So cash in was 25 cents. Cash out was 75 cents. Divide that. It's a 33% rate of return. Hey, Brenda. Good, Paul. Glad it made sense. Yep. Trader Will. Follow the rules. You're welcome, PK. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. All right. Excellent. Excellent. Okay. So back to this page, right? So what have you guys done as far as trades? Drop them in the comment section in the chat box. I'd love to see what you've done today. How are trade? Not what you want me to look at. We'll get as many of those in as we can today. Like I said, I'm going to leave earlier today just to be able to get to this dentist's office in time. They wanted me to come for 12 o'clock, and I begged them to get me a little bit later. So I didn't want to have to miss the entire class. Trader Will said $950 so far. Excellent. John C said Facebook pop trade off the 200 level today was perfect. 74%, $600. Great job, John. I love it. I love it. Evelyn said 3 SPY puts up 8%, up 550 on NVIDIA from Paul. Woo! Trader Will said working on the SPX trade now from Brandon. There you go. There you go. There you go. There you go. PK said SPY $560. Visa spread $390. MasterCard. It moved 430. My bad. Let's see. So 560 on SPY. Visa was $390. MasterCard $430, and then another MasterCard $220. Wow. Excellent. Daniel said one contract practice account trade 28% ROI on the SPY. Nice, Daniel. Good job. Funded, non-funded, doesn't matter, guys. Makes no difference, right? The difference is what you've learned from one trade away challenge, if you took that, is hitting enter. What I'm trying to do is get you to hit enter over and over and over and over again. We do market mornings, right? Which I don't know how much of this you can actually read, right? This is from today. Citigroup, DraftKings, MasterCard, Mosaic, NE, PM, which Philip Morris, and then Visa. These are all on our list today, right? We had 2 of them that were a wait. Yeah, we're going to wait and see on those. Not really my most exciting ones. NE was one of them, and DraftKings was the other. But of the other trades, that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 candidates, 2 waits, so they go away. So we've got 5. Of those 5, 3 setups hit exactly like they were supposed to today. We on Visa, we crushed it on Visa. Crushed it. MasterCard, same thing. Crushed it. Philip Morris, we did well. We didn't crush it. We did okay. We did okay. But all 3 of them worked. Right. There you go, Daniel. Keep clicking the button. That's it. Chris said, in on Apple managing the trade. Chris, did you ask about Apple this morning? I know it came up. I thought it was you, but I'm not 100% sure. And we've got a large group in here today, larger than normal. So I invited everybody from Market Mornings to come in for more of what we did today, right? So, I mean, guys, when you look here, this is, to me, the creme de la creme comes right here. Who asked? Sorry, guys. There's just been 400 comments since I saw it. Who was asking on Pop about picking your own options? Let me see if I could see it. Was that you, Paul? Yeah, Paul. Okay. So, Paul, look, right? Google from yesterday's tracking sheet was day trade, right? So we follow the day trade rules. So what does that say to me, right? If I go over to Google, here, I got it right now. If I go over to Google, we closed here on Friday, right at the bottom of that candle. We opened just above the 26, 24, 58 level, and we stretched a little bit higher, right? Well, what happened then intraday, right? If we go look at Google, wrong page. Let me just type it in, it's faster. I'm trying to find where I got it. We look at a 5-minute candle, and I have it all on a 5-minute chart just to make it easy to see. We're going to change it here. See, I can't really share the 5 and the 1 and make you see it from 9:30 this morning at 12 o'clock now, well, Eastern time, of course. I can't really make you see it that far back. It's too difficult. So I just brought it on the 5-minute chart and showed you, here's the 26, 24, 58 level. We gapped, stretched up, so gap down, stretched up, and failed. Well, just on the 5-minute candle doesn't give me a clear and concise entry from the 5. So what do? We're looking at the 1, right? And that's what my 4-pack is all about. Check the 5, top center. Check the 1, top left. Right? So we go back here. Let's go to a 1-minute candle again. And let's bring it in. Actually, I'm not going to bring it in more than that. I'm just going to zoom backwards. Really want to keep it as big on the screen as I can, as tall as possible. So let me grab a pencil. Red is not a good color on this. Let's go with the cyan. Oh, I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you, Paul, right now. That's exactly the idea. What happened? Candle 1, where did we close? Right at the fib line. So if you look on the open of today, Paul, and for everybody, on the open of today, this is Rob. What position is this in the chair? Position number 1, right? I'm watching it on the open. The candle goes away. That candle forms and completes. And the second candle starts to form and it closes below that next level, right? So I went from position 1 to position number 2 in the chair. It's like, wait a second, we're now down below that level. I like it. Is it going to close down below? Yes, it closed down below. Then what? Well, the next candle, again, Paul, everybody, right? The next candle stretched up, hit that fib line and failed. There is your entry. Boom, chakalaka. Guys, we're talking about taking an entry, and I'm going to move this back to a 5-minute candle because my management would be done on 5s now, not on 1s, okay? 1 would be the tweak of, do I still want to stay in? Look at this move. Once we did this, look at this move. We've got some rules for exiting the trade, right? It could be 1 candle closes above the moving average. You could wait for a candle to close above the, this is the 8. You could wait for a candle to close above the 21. You could wait for 2 candles. That could have been your second candle, right? So your exit would have been somewhere around this candle. That would have been your first and most aggressive exit, meaning aggressive is the wrong word, probably least aggressive. All right, I'm out. The second exit would have been on the close of that candle. The third potential exit would have been here as you got above the 21 on a close. All right. Strike doesn't matter, Paul. That's kind of what I'm trying to tell you. Whatever strike had the open interest and the delta and all of that, that's what we're looking for. I don't remember the strike. I've done 7 trades this morning. What exact strike I chose, I have no idea. Yeah, it's just, Paul, listen, every morning, right? I make a smoothie every morning, right? Well, my day starts off with fresh fruit every day. I had berries this morning, strawberries and blueberries. Every day I do the same thing. I have berries. Then I go for a smoothie. I pretty much put the same things in the smoothie, at least the base. I may put some different fruit. I may put some different greens in it, but every day it's exactly the same. right? It's the same with the trade. Every trade is exactly the same. Identify the pattern. I liked Google on the day chart. I liked it, right? But before the market opened, I'm back here on Google. It's okay, but it hasn't done anything yet. Today, I'm back up here, hands on keyboard. I go from 3 to 1, position 3. What? Whoa, blow right through 2, and I'm right at 1, right? And I'm looking for, do I take this trade? The pattern's there. Now I go through my routine. Start with my fresh fruit, make my smoothie. It's the exact same thing every day, right? For my wife, every day is oatmeal or eggs. That's pretty much her thing, right? Every day, eggs or oatmeal is what she makes, okay? So for me, I'm looking at the pattern saying, is the setup there? Identify the fib line, draw it on the 5-minute chart. Look at the one if we need to. Draw the line on both would be ideal. We can't do that here because it's just too small on the screen, right? Then we go to the option chain. Whatever option works, boom, we take that trade. We take that trade, all right? Paul, does that make sense? Guys, was that helpful? Give me a 1 for yes, a 2 for no. Give me a 3 for I don't give a damn. And that's okay if you don't give a damn. Like, I hate trading Google, Rob. Here's the thing. I'm waiting for the 3 or 4. There we go. Here we go. Who was that? Gary. Okay. Good. So Will said, Rob, during today's pre-market prep, which is the market morning show on YouTube, you stated the bear call spread above 100 for PM. Correct. What does that mean for in the money and out of the money strike prices that I need to buy? So PM has moved, right? Let's see. PM has moved. So if we are looking at a bear call spread and we're looking up here at above 100 and we open up at 97, about 97 half, somewhere around there, you're more than likely going to be out of the money, right? So let's see, is it on here? So I don't think I need 30 strike prices. Let's try 20 and see if we can get away with it. So all we're looking at, if it was above 100, is you come down to this 100 strike, we're at a 10 delta. When I'm talking about above and below those levels, you should almost 99% of the time be out of the money options only at that point. So we're always looking at out of the money positions. I hope that helps, Will. PK said it helps on entering stocks, even if you don't want to trade Google. Yes, exactly. PK, that's it. It's the exact same pattern, regardless of what stock you trade. This could be Micron for Trip, right? It could be Square. It could be Walmart. It could be American Airlines, Delta Air. It doesn't matter. Sprint, right? The same pattern exists. Brenda said, just got stopped out of 2 trades on the SPY, $398 profit. Great job. Great job, Brenda. Good. All right, Will. Excellent. Glad it makes sense. Good. But guys, here's the thing, right? Just for kicks and giggles. Let's go back to Google. Let me put my option chain back where I had it so I can see it on another screen as I need it, and I'll pull it over as need be. Let's say you took that entry. There we go. Took the entry here, 26.25, let's call it. So let's call it 26.23. All right, let's say you took it down here, 26.23. Right in there-ish, okay? So we stretched up, we pulled back down, we're $2.50, $1.50. Call it 22, 250 below. So if you took that trade at 26, let me grab a pad. If you took the trade at 26.22, you're $2.50 down below that fib line, okay? Let's go back to a 5-minute candle. And let's say that you got stopped out on this candle right here. Let's say you waited all the way to the close. It closed at 25.72. 25.72. I don't need a whole lot of math to know that's $50. If we go with the lowest delta in my arsenal, which is 65. Come on, open up. So if we have $50 times 0.65, we do not account for gamma. We are going to take away another $2.50 in this example, just to make it easy numbers. We'll take away $2.50 in this example, meaning you have a $30 profit there on your option. Are you okay with that kind of move? All because you followed a plan, right? Many of you took advantage of power option plays when we just made this phenomenal offer not long ago, a couple of weeks ago, right? And when I showed the presentation in there, the free training that I did, I showed you we were up $200,000 for the year, which was an awesome number. We've only had numbers like that once or twice before in the history of power option plays. Right? This year so far, we're up $461,391 so far this year in power option plays. For the first 2 months of the year, we had 209,000 the first month and 208. We'll call another 209 because you got the 685, you got 572, 209 and 209, $418,000 in 2 months. We've only got these 3 trades in here, right? Because I didn't move over these ones from this weekend, from Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. They have not moved over yet. And 1, 2, 3 of those trades have gone against us. 3 out of 8. 3, 8, both fib numbers, right? 3 of them have gone against us out of those 8 trades, which meant 5 were profitable, right? And we were up $30,264 this week from Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. All right. So to me, what we do here, you need to learn. I don't care if it takes you 2 years to master it. Crap, I don't care. Did I say that? Sorry. Crap, I don't care if it takes you 5 years to master it. 5 years from now, you'll be 5 years older, whether you master my system or not. All right. And realistically, the cost of power option plays, what you pay for it, isn't going to change my life. So whether you choose to do it or not really doesn't matter to me. That's why we canceled the following week's training on it. We only did 1 week of promo on it, 1 week of free training classes there. That's it. I did 2 of them. And after that, we were done because we had so many people took advantage of it. I did not want to add another group of people, larger in there because we answer a lot of the basic questions come up. A lot of our videos, we were ticking along on a Saturday or Sunday. I'd be doing about a 40-minute long video. Now I'm up to doing hour-long videos, making sure that I explain everything inside of there for anybody that's new that stepped in. Great job, Chris. Chris just closed out the Apple trade for $1,350. Yeah, Roman said on the 1 minute perfect setup, still biting my elbows. Trader Will said just closed out 2 more contracts for another 45% gain, and mostly on puts. Nice, very nice, absolutely. Let's see. Chris, what do you mean 6 SIX? Was that one of our candidates or something? Or it wasn't one that came up today? Unless one, a student asked for it. I don't remember, but it wasn't one on my list. Let me know what you mean. Just give me another message in there in the chat box there. Evelyn said, closed another SPY put for 5% gain. I love it. I love it. I love it. Guys, let me ask you, those of you that are in power option plays, okay? Do you see that power option plays has helped you not only in the pop trades, power option plays trades, but in your own trading on other candidates besides the 20 we look at? Have you seen marked gains, significant, I'm not going to say profits, significant benefits to you as a trader following along with that system? Yep. And Will had said using pop rules, right? Trader Will said absolutely and gained confidence. John gave me a 1 on there. Evelyn, looking forward to that benefit. But you're newer, Erica, right? But Evelyn, Erica said definitely. Guys, I am just, Daniel said, yes, as long as I follow the rules. Gee, where's Roman? He's probably typing at this point, right? Roman types like me, I think, one finger looking at the keyboard. I actually am doing one finger on each hand now. I'm very impressed with me. I've doubled my speed, right? But you know what happens, guys, right? I didn't click on the box and I'm typing away and I look up 30 seconds later, there's nothing there because I never actually clicked on it. Roman said, I'm here staying strong. There you go. Excellent. All right. Good. All right. So let me take you out of here for now. Let's move this out of the way completely. Let's go hide it up there. We got a good sized group today. Let's move that out of the way for now. And let me bring it back into the presentation. Okay. Now, what I'm going to share with you has already brought some strife and heartache in, right? And guys, you can take things literal, you can take them as they are, right? Putting Putin in his place. I've gotten some emails already. I'm sure we've had some comments of, I like what he's doing. I don't like. Listen, guys, here's the thing. Whether you like Putin or not has nothing to do with this message. What is the world doing right now? They're fighting with Putin, whether you agree with him or not. Guys, I don't care. That's your opinion. You're allowed it. That's okay. I'm fine with that. But you've got to know what the market's doing and how you can react to it, right? Everything that Putin does, guys, bottom line, what's happening with the war in Russia is a huge part of our profits. Right? It's driving the market down. I can find things like oil to trade to the upside, gold to trade to the upside. I can find plenty of stocks to trade to the downside, all because of what's going on. Would we have as much profit in there? Absolutely not. But guys, that's like saying, calling it a political statement, and maybe it was taken that way. It certainly wasn't meant that way, and I apologize if anybody was offended. But that's like saying, if a plane crashes, I shouldn't go and short American Airlines or Delta or whomever the airline was, because I would make money off it off somebody else's misery. Guys, this is about making money. I didn't have the plane crash. I didn't start the war in Russia. Realize I have no sanctions I could put on Russia. Right? There's nothing I can do that will hurt Russia. I'm going to prevent you from coming into Power Hour. How? We're a little company. I could never figure that stuff out, right? It's not a matter of trying to offend or not offend. It's a matter of getting you to take notice that there are things in the market that you can do right now and trade right now based on what's going on. We watch futures every morning, guys. The first thing I talk about every morning when we do market mornings is we look at the futures, right? And as we go ahead and look, here is where the market opened up last night. And it's a 5-minute candle. This is 6 p.m. last night, that long red bar, and you could see the drop that we had in there, right? What happens? All right, so we just kept chugging along. We're about midnight now, 10 o'clock, sorry. Now, we start to get a little bit of a climb. Right now we get into the new day. Now we get into Monday, the 7th, right? Good bounce, a little bit of a pullback. Right now we're at 2 a.m. Okay, European news starts coming out. We drop. 3 a.m. we continue to drop. 3:30 we start a little bit of a climb. Big candle above that moving average cross, and we kind of take off from there, right? We pull back a little bit, which, by the way, if you want to get very technical about it, I just want to delete this again where I don't leave it on the chart. We pulled back to the 618 and we bounced, right? Of course we did. That's what happens with fibs, right? We pulled back again. Oh, wait, I start to see these lower tops coming in. I'm seeing lower lows coming in. We got a little bit of a downward bearish trend. It's 6:30 a.m. Oh, wait a second. All right, we just broke above that downtrend that was happening. We broke above the high of that downtrend. That high of that downtrend candle, right? We keep going. Oh my goodness. Woo! Big moves. Whoa, baby, what in the world? Right? Whatever the news was, it's all about Russia. Every bit of it is about the Ukraine and Russia war, period, right? Whether it's the sanctions being put on, there was talk of, are we going to stop the oil intake? Is Biden finally going to step up and let us start producing our own oil and gas again, even if it's temporarily, until we get through this, and then we don't buy much oil from Russia apparently, but cut them off completely from us as buying. Whether you agree with that or not is zero importance to this conversation. because you're making it about personal opinion then, if that's what it is. Listen, guys, if I can make money on it, make money. But Rob, I don't want to make money on the misery of the people in Ukraine or the Russian or whomever. Great. Then make the money and give it to the people that suffer. If you don't want it or don't need it or want to help others, make the money, give it away. There's nothing wrong with that. Zero, zero, zero wrong with that, right? And we were here watching this, right? After that move, right there's about 8:30. That's where our show starts, right? And man, we are just kicking it, right? We pulled back there. Well, then we get into the show is over at 9, right? So right about there is 9 o'clock. We rocked all through the show, right? The 8:30 show. And then we started giving it all back again. Why? Because as much as we want to say the sanctions are going to work, whether they are or aren't, it's not stopping what's happening, right? We need to figure out how we can trade profitably off of the news that comes out every single day. When I do market mornings, every bit of it is about the news. I don't get into pop stocks unless they're in the news. That's not what that is about. This is how do I trade news stuff every single day. And guys, the person I learned how to trade the news from was Dale Zamzo. He's the person that taught me how to do it. The very first workshop that I taught, where he was the lead speaker, I was a brand new second speaker. I was learning how to do the presentation. I was brand new. I sat in the back with a pad and pen and took diligent notes on what that man did, right? And a lot of what he did is what I incorporate today into my own news trading style, right? Dale's a phenomenal trader. But this is all about finding candidates that have news coming out and how do we capitalize on it, right? And that's what I want you to learn how to do is how do you start making money on these newsy type of announcements, right? You can see crush, kill, destroy, right? Where are we? Lower than we were at the lows of the day, guys. And you need to know that day trades in this environment are all about, don't try to get 100% of the profit for the day. Try to get some profit, lock it in and walk away. That's it. Amazon, who moves $100+ a day, I'm not trying to get $100. We had this conversation in New York. Roman was there, Will was there, Daniel was there, Robert was there. There were about 6 or Scott was there, Bill was there. I forgot who else, guys. I'm sure I'm missing somebody. It's God, September. Give me a break, okay? And we talked about it, and Amazon came up, and someone said, "Would you take a $30 move if Amazon only moved $30? Would you take it?" And Roman turns around and goes, "All day long." Roman's a big Amazon trader, right? Amos was there with us. Amos as well. They're big traders in this, right? As am I. Will I take $30? Heck, I'll take 15. I'll take $8 on Amazon if that's all I can get. I'll take the $8. I'll take 5. Listen, it's not a matter of trying to get $100 every day. It's a matter of getting on base. And every once in a while, you're going to catch that wave and you're going to run with it. You're going to be in that entire move throughout the course of. Whew. Come on, I can't get those lines out. I must have a lot of lines on this chart. All right. Let's see. Yeah, guys, I'm just not going to read the political comments. I've caused enough strife, I guess, today. So gas prices are insane and we should not be having this at all. I agree. We as the United States should not be in this position today. Yeah, so make money and help people in Ukraine. I agree. If that's what you want to do, then there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, you're welcome, Roman. Yeah, whether is he done, is he not done? You know, I don't know. But right now, when they're saying China is starting to feel the pressure, and although they haven't agreed with everything, they're starting to see some signs of wavering. Until I see more of it, I don't agree with it or believe it yet. But if China is giving in and that world pressure is there, I think you're going to have companies putting sanctions like MasterCard and Visa. Some of the crypto companies are finally going to have to step up. They need to stop looking at it from a greed standpoint. And I'm not saying they should or shouldn't do it, but you're going to see more of that happening from pressure. Right? Whether or not, you know, someone was saying he should be tried for war crimes. If that's what the world agreement is, then yeah, he should be tried for war crimes if he's done something that's a war crime. I agree. Amos said, what are you looking for on the open of today's trading after the overnight futures on your trade with Google? On the open of today's trading, I'm just following the pattern, Amos. That's all. I'm just following what's going on with the S&P. I'm looking at the NASDAQ, since so many of our stocks are NASDAQ stocks. I'm looking for SPY. I'm looking at VIX to see what's happening with VIX, right? Because that's always going to be a fun one, right? Is VIX. Let me see. Do I have it on here? I should. There we go. So it's up 271 right now to 34.69. So 34 and a half. So it's at 34 and a half right there, right? So guys, we're getting back up near that 37 level again. Oh, not what I wanted to do. We're getting back up near that 37 level again. We are seeing lower highs. Our tops have been holding, which is that ascending triangle, potential expectation of a move to the upside. We have a low, a higher low, a higher low, a high, a higher high, and we're trying to see if this becomes our next higher high, right? Breaking above that 38.94 level, I think it is 38.94. Yep. Amos said, but we had such a big recovery. How did you get your mind to think bearish at that point? It was a matter of clear and concise entry, Amos. That's all it was, right? And personally, I don't believe the recovery. This, and maybe it's because of how long I'm doing this. This looks like 2000. This looks like 2008, right? This looks like 2019 with COVID, when it didn't matter the good news that came out, everything went down. We fought. We fought hard and scraped and tried to climb out, and then the market fell apart, right? And that's what it feels like day in and day out here. And that's the only reason, Amos, you're seeing me with some of these types of things. Let's see. So if anybody is looking for where to send the money in Ukraine, send an email to support and we will get it taken care of. One of our students, Roman, has got a church they're working with in Ukraine that if there's donations you want to make, they'll let you know where to do that. Not send the money, but to send the donations. Pink line is the 8, Brenda, yes. Good, Troy. You learned from both Dell and I, right? He was a great teacher, Darla. You're right. Hey, Ryan. How you doing, my friend? Ryan Litchfield's in here with us. I have a dear friend with a 6-month-old baby. He sent a video loading his car with their possessions into the car and heading into the border. He dropped them off and headed back to fight in Kiev or Kiev. I'm not sure the right pronunciation. I've heard both. So sad, haven't heard from him since. Yeah, drill, baby, drill. Exactly. We need to be drilling more, not this cutting off. We can't make our own oil. No worries. Well, you're good. John said, I took Halliburton and NOV from Cover Call Explorer. They took off so much today. I wish I only traded this stock. I can't see a way to profit from them more than more. Even rolling doesn't seem to be worth it unless I'm, no, you're not missing something. You're going to get moves like that, John. You take the profit you got, you call it a day and you move on. Yeah, you're getting some kudos in here, Ryan, some highs. So good to have you in here with us. That's for sure. All right. Ryan said, can you overlay the VIX on the chart? Amy, you want to throw, you want to bring Ryan in? Ryan, you got a mic? Well, this is the VIX. So what chart do you want me to overlay it on, Ryan? You want to overlay it on SPX? Looks like you got a microphone, Ryan.
I do. Okay.
How you doing?
Hey, I'm doing good, bud. Good to see you.
Well, you too.
Yeah, I was, I just saw the deal come across. I was working on for Coach's Corner this Friday and I saw the alert come across and hey, it's going live right now. So I thought I'm going to jump in and see what's going on. I liked your title there, putting Putin back in his place. So I'm biased.
We got some flack about it, so it wasn't meant as a political statement.
I was at the bank. I was at the bank last week, and there's a gal named Olga that I always talk to. She's very nice, And I said, you know, are you, do you have any family here in Ukraine? She kind of frowned and she said, it's not what you think it is. And I realized not everybody that I know is from Ukraine. I know a lot of Ukrainian, but if you're in Russia, you might have a different perspective. I get that. So I backed off, and I don't want to be controversial either. But having a dog in the fight, I've got this dear friend of mine, and just seeing what they're going through and the people that are suffering, it's pretty hard not to be real sympathetic to that, and I am. What I was wondering though, Rob, is if you took this to and overlaid it on the S&P 500, this is something I've always enjoyed doing when the VIX, because the VIX is a wonderful tool, but there's a phrase that a friend of mine gave me that I love, and that is, there's nothing that is good or bad except by comparison. And you know, for chartists, for traders, that's a really good piece of advice. Because you can look at a number and say, oh, look at that number. That's really dramatic one way or the other. So yeah, but what does that mean? Well, it doesn't mean anything unless you can correlate it to something. And so when you have a VIX spike or a VIX low at a certain level, what I found is helpful is if you go back historically and say, what happened the last time it was in that? What happened? What did the market do? What about the time before that? What about the time before that? And if you can go back 4 or 5 times when it hit a certain level and the market does the same thing, it gives you a much stronger correlation of how to use that than if it did it 2 times out of 4 times. Then it's a crapshoot. Then you can say, wow, the VIX hit this level, but I don't know what that means, because you never know. It could mean this, it could mean that. But if a spike of the VIX to a certain level correlates with a market move repeatedly, then it gives you a more powerful use of that tool today. That's the point I was making, Rob, that if you look back at where the VIX is, look, has it, you know, what happened last time it was at this level, and the time before that, and the time before that. If there's a pattern, great. If there's not, then don't strain your milk trying to find a pattern, you know?
Right, exactly. Exactly. It's good. It's a good thought of putting a correlation between the SPX and the VIX all on the same chart.
If you're looking at the market, and you were looking at the ES before you went to this, and that's what prompted me to say that. You know, if you're looking at to correlate it to anything like a market move, then you need to see that actually has a reason to, you know, to look for that. That's all.
So Ryan, this will take you back a little bit. Robert K out of the Chicago area said, sounds like we're back at the SIBO with Rob and Ryan together again.
There you go. Rob, I sorry, I don't want to horn in on, but it's funny you say that, because over the weekend, something had come up and I was trying to explain something to my wife, and I took her back, because I took her to the SIBO once, but I had to describe to her all the different times historically, go as far back, the first time I went to the CBOE and the CBOT, the Merck, and what it looked like the first time I went there versus the last time I went there. And the transition was phenomenal. And that big, you know, the Merck, where they had the big open outcry, that big, huge building that went up, you know, 10 floors. Yep. And look at the pictures from back in the day in the 20s and the 30s when that was first put together, how they had scaffolds around there with big chalkboards. So what we see on a computer screen, you could see it there too, only it was stretched out over the walls of 100-foot walls in a building in the inside with people on scaffolds and chalkboards and great big pieces of chalk, writing the prices down so that somebody standing on the floor could look around and monitor 10, 20, 50 different commodities or stocks or options.
Right. Well, hey, Ryan, I don't know if you heard it earlier, but I'm going to end this a little bit early because I've got to get up.
Sorry. I'll shut up.
Nah, you're good. I appreciate you jumping in, Ryan. This is great. It actually takes me back to the original Power Hour when you and I did them together.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, hey, I appreciate you jumping in, Ryan. Thank you.
You bet. Bye.
All right, bye. All right, let me see what we've got here, guys, and wrap this up. Yeah, you're getting some thanks there, Ryan. Do appreciate it. Let's see. Dory said buy, put, use same delta 65 to 85. Sell a put, look for 20 delta. You got it, Dory. That's it. Amos, to do the overlay, you hit the letter C. Leave it right there. Overlay as a line in the price pane. Click OK. Type in the symbol you want and click OK. If I did it again, it would now put the Dow on there. It's a different line, same color, but different line. Okay. is what you got there. But that's the use on the key that you use on Omega charts. All right, so now one of them is blue, right, which is the Dow. I never do multiple overlays. Yeah, Ryan does a great job, PK. I agree. All right. Cool. All right, everyone. I am going to jet for now. Sorry about that. Appreciate your understanding. Just got to get it done, which is why we canceled tonight's class. Hopefully tomorrow everything is good and I'm not strapped where I can't speak again tomorrow. So with that, make it a profitable day. Stay focused on the quest to becoming a great trader. Keep crushing it. And remember, you're just one trade away. Take care, folks. I will see you all at our next one. Bye for now.